It was the clash everyone had been waiting for, Nigel Farage versus Keir Starmer, live on national television. The atmosphere was electric, the stakes enormous. Farage, the political disruptor who never shies away from confrontation, was ready to take on the man who claims to be the next prime minister. And what unfolded that night wasn't just an interview, it was a demolition. Within minutes, the studio descended into chaos, and Britain watched as Farage tore through Starmer's carefully crafted image with the precision of a political sniper. From the opening question, it was clear Starmer was on edge. Calm, measured, rehearsed, he began outlining Labour's economic vision. But Farage didn't wait for him to finish. He cut in, eyes blazing. "Keir, you talk about vision, but all I see is confusion. You've changed your mind on Brexit, on taxes, on immigration. What do you actually believe in?" The audience gasped. Starmer tried to respond with a steady smile, but his hesitation spoke volumes. Farage had drawn blood. For years, Farage had been dismissed by the political elite, a populist, a provocateur. But that night, he was something different, focused, relentless, and razor-sharp. He brought receipts, clips of Starmer contradicting himself, sound bites from the Brexit years, and quotes from Labour's internal battles. "You were for a second referendum before you were against it," Farage sneered. "You said you'd defend democracy, then you tried to overturn it. Tell the British people, Keir, when did your principles vanish?" The crowd roared, half in shock, half in applause. Starmer's tone hardened. He accused Farage of simplifying complex issues and stoking division. But Farage only smiled. "Division?" he shot back. "You and your party divided the country when you tried to undo the biggest democratic vote in British history. You didn't trust the people then, why should they trust you now?" The tension was unbearable. The host struggled to regain control, but the room had already become a battlefield. For the first time, Starmer stumbled. His trademark composure cracked. He reached for his notes, trying to pivot the discussion back to Labour's plan for growth. But Farage pounced again. "Ah, the plan," he said mockingly. "You've got a plan for everything except the truth. You've spent 4 years saying whatever you think people want to hear, and you wonder why they don't believe you anymore." Starmer's reply was drowned out by a ripple of applause from the audience. It was the moment everyone could feel it. Farage had seized control. Social media exploded within seconds. Hashtags like #Farage destroys Starmer and #UK politics in chaos began trending across X and TikTok. Clips of Starmer's uncomfortable silence were replayed millions of times. Even political analysts, usually restrained, admitted it was a rare moment where the opposition leader looked genuinely lost. Farage's team knew it too. They'd turned a routine TV debate into a defining political spectacle. Behind the scenes, Labour strategists were horrified. Starmer's aides could be seen whispering frantically as the debate spiraled out of their control. What was supposed to be a chance to showcase leadership had become an interrogation under fire. And it wasn't just Farage's words doing the damage, it was his confidence. Every gesture, every smirk, every interruption sent the same message: you're not as strong as you pretend to be. When the host finally managed to steer the conversation back, Starmer tried to regain footing. He accused Farage of playing to the extremes, but Farage delivered the final blow. "The extremes?" he echoed. "The only extreme thing in this country is how out of touch Westminster has become, and you, Keir, are its perfect symbol." The audience erupted once again. Starmer's smile faded completely. By the time the program ended, the damage was done. Analysts called it a public unraveling and one of the most brutal takedowns in recent political memory. Even some Labour supporters admitted the optics were disastrous. Farage hadn't just criticized Starmer, he'd exposed him, stripped away the polish, and left viewers questioning whether the Labour leader had any real conviction at all. But beyond the spectacle, something deeper was revealed that night. Britain isn't just tired of chaos, it's tired of politicians who play it safe. Farage's attack worked not because it was cruel, but because it tapped into something raw, the feeling that no one in power truly listens anymore. Starmer, for all his poise, became the face of that silence. And as the dust settles, the question echoes across the country: if Nigel Farage, the outsider once mocked by the establishment, can shake the very foundations of Labour's confidence in one night, what will he do next?